Hello, beautiful souls. It's Emily with Twins in Union. I hope that you are all doing well. I felt guided to do a Twin Flame collective reading for us, not only to look at these energies that we are basking in right now of the new moon in Scorpio, but also the 11/11 gateway, which is coming up in just a few days. And this is a huge 11/11 gateway. And so I will talk a little bit more about why it is so huge in just a moment, but I want to just start by saying thank you and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I am so happy to have you here with me. Thank you for joining me in this wild and crazy twin flame journey. And as always, thank you to all of my longtime loyal subscribers for sticking it out with me. Thank you to everyone who has purchased readings and coaching sessions. I just so enjoy working with you and supporting with you, and I'm just connecting with more and more of you all around the world, so it's just wonderful. And as always, thank you everyone for your wonderful, kind comments. It just always brightens my day, lifts my spirits to know that you appreciate these readings and that they are supporting you and guiding you in your journey. And I did have a couple beautiful souls that offered up donations recently. So thank you so much for your donations. It just really warms my heart and it means a lot to me. I do put my heart and soul into these readings, so thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to chat about the energies for a little bit and then I will dive into the reading. And so the energies are great to look at because it's like that concept of as above, so below. So what's happening in the cosmos and astrologically has an impact on us on the earth plane, and it's really a powerful driving force in our ascension. So like I said, we just had the new moon in Scorpio on November 7th. So I'm recording this on the 8th, so we are still very much in these new moon energies. And Scorpio, we've had a lot of Scorpio energy. We've had the sun in Scorpio, we've had Venus in Scorpio, now she's back into Libra. And we're getting ready to have Mercury go retrograde in Scorpio. I'm not sure if it's in Scorpio right now, but there's just a lot of Scorpio energy around us. And now we have this new moon in Scorpio. And the new moon is when the moon kind of sits up beside the sun and takes in all of this Scorpio energy from the sun and recharges its batteries. So it's a very dark time because it's a new moon and it's just sitting, recharging, and pulling in all the Scorpio energy from the sun. So I have found this new moon has felt very quiet and very still, and I really just wanted to take some downtime and focus on self-care. And there's been some emotions coming up. Scorpio is a water sign, so it's been about emotional healing, and it's also about deep transformation. So really going deep, doing deep inner work, deep introspection. Scorpio is also like that energy of the detective that likes to get to the truth of the matter. So just really taking time to take a step back and go deep within and ask ourselves, what is our truth? Or what shadow aspects do we need to look at? Scorpio is about the shadow, the darker side, and bringing that dark to the light and noticing aspects of ourselves that we might usually not want to look at. And how can we look at these darker aspects and bring them into light and bring awareness and healing and transformation to them? So a lot of really powerful energies. And Scorpio is ruled by the planet Pluto, and Pluto is that planet that governs change and transformation, and it's change that leads to empowerment. So this new moon is leading us into deeper places of self-empowerment, empowerment in our connection with our twin, more clarity around truth within ourselves and in our connection with our twin. And it's also supporting us and giving us courage and strength. And I really see that coming through in the cards here, that element of courage and self-empowerment. So pretty exciting, and it can be very intense. Scorpio is a very intense sign, but also just powerful and transformational. So we have that, and then the 11/11 coming up in a few days here, and the 11/11 is extra powerful this year because 2018 is an 11 year. So in a way, every day this month of November is an 11/11 day. So it's almost like every day we're experiencing an 11/11 gateway, and then on the 11/11 gateway, it's like triple magnified because it's 11/11/11, with the month being 11, the day being 11, and the year adding up to 11. So if you're really feeling it, then that's probably part of it, is just this magnification of the 11/11 energies. And 11/11 is all about awakening, spiritual awakening, ascension. It is about coming into our power, our leadership. It is about manifestation. It is about coming into the present moment where everything aligns. It is like hitting the reset button on your connection with your twin, on your ascension journey, just really coming into a whole new cycle, a whole new beginning, all of these ones. So it's very powerful, and as twin flames and light workers and starseeds, we are grounding a lot of light right now, and it's a really powerful time in terms of us grounding these new energies, grounding the new earth. So you may be having a lot of ascension symptoms right now, so if you are, hang in there. I know I have been feeling some of this. One of the big ones for me has been fatigue. So if you need to give yourself extra rest, pay attention to your body and give it that extra rest that it needs. Other things that I've noticed, and from talking to other twins, head pressure. You might have like headaches or head pressure, changes in appetite or digestive upset, changes in blood pressure, insomnia or needing more rest, fatigue, like I had mentioned. So just know that it's part of these powerful gateway energies, and we are here as like conduits and vessels for light, and we are grounding a lot of divine light right now. So just take it easy on yourself, and tune in to what you're needing right now to really support you in these energies. There's a couple of other things going on. Jupiter, actually today, November 11th, Jupiter is moving into its home sign of Sagittarius. So we've had Jupiter in Scorpio for almost a year now, and now it is moving into Sagittarius. So this is really good news because it is its home sign. It is comfortable there. And Jupiter is all about expansion and good fortune and good luck. It's rules the 9th house, which is about our spirituality. It's also about travel and foreign places, foreign people. So I think it's going to be a really exciting next year with Jupiter in Sagittarius. And I know today I'm feeling just like the energy. It's kind of interesting because the last couple days I felt really quiet and really introspective. And then today I'm feeling this really restless energy. And so Sagittarius is represented by the centaur, half man and half horse. And he has his arrow, and he's, ready to like aim and shoot the arrow. So it's about setting our sights high and looking at our goals and looking at our dreams and going after that. And it's a fire sign. So it's got that passion and that drive and that desire to really manifest our dreams and our desires. So I've kind of been feeling just this really like restless energy today, like wanting to get stuff done and that fiery kind of energy. And it's kind of been really interesting with, you know, still feeling some of this Scorpio new moon energy that's been very calm and very quiet. So yeah, that's just kind of some of what has been coming up for me, and some of these different aspects that we are looking at right now. So I think that pretty much sums it up for some of the energies. The other things, like I mentioned, we have Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. I think that's a little bit later, like around the 16th or 17th. And interestingly enough, that is also when Venus goes direct. So Venus has been retrograde, and that is the planet that rules our relationships and love and money. And so now that's going to go direct, and then simultaneously we have Mercury going retrograde. So that's going to be kind of an interesting, you know, forward movement, but then, you know, some backward movement happening there. But yeah, I think that just with the upcoming 11/11 gateway, it's just, like I said, a very, very powerful time, and triple powerful with the 11/11/11. So just be mindful of your thoughts and be aware that this is a really powerful time for manifestation. And so you just want to be mindful of that and know that you are manifesting with every thought, with every feeling, with whatever you're visualizing, and just bring that into your awareness. So I have a beautiful Twin Flame Collective reading here for us. I think that the cards will speak for themselves, and I do see a lot of these different energies playing out in the cards. So I'm going to turn the camera towards the cards here, and we can dive into the reading. So here we go. Okay. Let me center this a little bit here. Okay. My camera always does like this reversal thing, and so it just trips me out every time. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. So let's see. As far as the layout, for those of you who might be newcomers, I have the Divine Masculine energies on this side here, and the Divine Feminine energies over here, and then the Union energies in the center here. Again, we are looking at energies, masculine energy, feminine energy, not necessarily gender, so keep that in mind. You could identify mainly as a feminine, but also have some of the masculine resonate with you, since we have both feminine and masculine within us, or you might usually identify with the masculine and find some of the feminine resonates. So just keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that this is a Twin Flame Collective reading, so this is looking at the primary energies for our entire soul group. So some of it may resonate, some of it may not, so just, you know, trust your intuition and discernment about what really resonates for you. I do offer private readings, so if you would like to see the specific energies for you and your beloved, I have information for that in the description box below. Or you are welcome to visit my website, which is twinsinunion.com. Okay, so really quick, the decks that I am using, the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor for these energy cards. Clarifying the energy cards, we have a Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And at the end, I have Spiritual Guidance and Advice from the Crystal Mandala. That is by Alana Fairchild. And I will also be doing romance messages for us from the Divine Love books, which are kind of under a stack right now, so I'll show you those later. Okay, so I will start with the Divine Masculine. And I asked Spirit what is the divine masculine thinking regarding his connection with his divine feminine at the time of this new moon in Scorpio and this 11:11 gateway. And so the card that came up is Door to Spirit. So this is absolutely beautiful energy showing up here for the divine masculine. And doors in this deck, I often sense them and feel them as like an ace. So this is like a new beginning that he is thinking about in regard to his connection with his feminine. This card is also very much the energy of awakening, like I was describing the 11:11 gateway. It is a gateway that is an awakening gateway. We all are ascending to a new level of spiritual awareness and spiritual growth. And so what I'm seeing here is the divine masculine is really transcending to a new level in his way of thinking about the connection and in the way that he's perceiving the connection. And if you look closely, there's a dove flying through this doorway, and there's all these clouds here at the bottom of the card. So I'm seeing the clouds as representing the 3D, third dimensional plane, the earth plane. And so it's like in his mental space, the divine masculine is rising up through the clouds, transitioning from 3D into 5D with this awakening that this 11:11 gateway is bringing about. And so I'm getting this sense of like a graduation taking place in his mental space, where he is seeing things from a higher perspective in the connection. He is understanding the connection in a whole new way. He is really connecting with the truth of his soul and just really thinking about connection from more of like a 5D perspective than a 3D perspective. And that is really powerful. This is major change and transformation that I feel this Scorpio energy has helped bring about in the divine masculine, and it's really helping to push him up through these clouds. There's also a really beautiful aspect with this new moon around Neptune, and Scorpio is represented by the scorpion with the sharp stinger, and Neptune is softening the stinger and really bringing about this more spiritual, dreamy, it's more of like this 5D energy, and it is allowing the divine masculine to go through this really deep transformation that is without like the harsh sting of the scorpion, where it's softening it, it's bringing compassion to the truth. He's really seeing the truth of the connection, and it's in this more beautiful, soft, spiritual way, and not so much like a harsh truth, like sting that hurts kind of a way. It's like just really beautiful and soft. I mean, just look at how peaceful and beautiful this card is, and this dove, which is a symbol of peace, rising up through the clouds into this beautiful spiritual realm, having this awakening, having this new beginning, seeing the connection through the eyes of the soul rather than the ego. And that's another thing I'm really picking up here, is the divine masculine has really been doing a lot of ego release work and a lot of purification and just releasing a lot of old thought patterns and conditioning, really just purging a lot. And now it's like this graduation where he's like rising up and really seeing and thinking about this connection in a whole new way that resonates much more with the truth of his soul and not the ego. So such a beautiful card here. And this is a 32, so 3 is that energy of growth and expansion that we see here, the spiritual growth, the spiritual expansion. And 2 representing the divine partnership. And we add the 3 and the 2 and we get a 5. And 5 is that energy of the change and the transformation coming about through this spiritual awakening. Change in the way that he thinks about the connection, the way that he perceives the connection, the way that he looks at the connection in his mind. All of that is transforming and changing, and is creating this new beautiful beginning. And clarifying this door to spirit, a couple of cards fell out right away. We have the Magician and the Empress. Both are major arcana, so these are very divinely guided cards. These are cards of divine intervention. So it just shows us that we are in very powerful energies, and there is very powerful change and transformation and very powerful new beginnings taking place. So with the Magician, this is that energy of the divine masculine coming into the truth, coming into his inner knowing and being the alchemist, and really bringing that transformational change into his mental space, transforming the old limiting negative beliefs or the old conditioned thought patterns, transforming and transmuting all of that through the Magician, through the alchemist. And with the Magician too, he is coming into conscious awareness that he does have everything that it takes to manifest this new beginning. He has all of the skills, he has all of the tools, he has all of the resources. The Magician holds the power of all of the suits in the deck, all of the cups, the cup and the wand and the pentacle and the sword. He has it all, and he knows that he can manifest. And like I was saying, 1111 is a gateway of manifestation, powerful manifestation. So he's really waking up to the power within him to manifest this new beginning, which brings us to the Empress. The Empress is the energy of the mother of the new beginning. She gives birth to new life. And I love how she's depicted in this card because it's so seasonal for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, how she has this like wheat that looks like it's harvested from harvest time. And I live in a farm town, so we have a lot of harvesting going on right now. And it's making me think of Thanksgiving and where we are just in this place of abundance and fertility, like fertile growth. And again, another 3 here with the Empress. So it's that energy of growth and expansion, and the Empress is the energy of the third energy. And that is where the power of creating the new beginning comes in, with the third energy. So yeah, and we have the Magician here with a number 1. So that new beginning, coming into your personal power and realizing you have what it takes to manifest, create this powerful new beginning to give birth to an abundant, fertile, new life. So yeah, just really beautiful cards here for the Divine Masculine. And so then I asked Spirit, what is the Divine Masculine feeling in his heart regarding his connection with his feminine? And we had 2 cards come up. Let's see, I'll just start with this first one here. So we have 2nd chakra with Archangel Ariel. So this chakra, excuse me, I'm going to take a drink of water. My throat is like, something's going on with my throat. I don't know if this is part of the masculine energy. what I'm seeing in some of the cards, it looks like the Divine Masculine is struggling with communication. So I don't know if I'm feeling some of that. Anyway, I apologize. So we have second chakra here, Archangel Ariel. So this chakra is all about our relationships, our partnerships. It's also where our sexual organs are. So it is about sexuality and intimacy. So what I'm sensing here is the Divine Masculine is feeling very passionate about his feminine, and he is wanting this deeper intimacy, this deeper connection, not only in a physical way, but in an emotional way. This is his heart space that we're looking at. That's how he feels. So he does feel very passionate, not only on a physical level here, but also emotionally. So it's really beautiful to see this. And it is like this longing feeling of wanting the deeper intimacy, wanting to have that special partnership, wanting to experience that divine partnership, this deeper connection. And I feel again like this is connecting with that Scorpio energy that we're in right now. Scorpio rules sex and death. And so we're seeing in the mental space here for the masculine a lot of energy of transformation, which is that death energy that Scorpio rules, where we are releasing the old and we are being reborn to the new. And so here we see this energy of the merging, the desire to create a deepening of a bond and a deepening of a connection and a deepening of intimacy that is authentic, that is more from this place of a spiritual connection and a soulful connection. So it's just really beautiful to see that this is what he is feeling in his heart. And this is number 36, so another 3 here, lots of 3s showing up. So 3 representing the growth, the expansion, the energy of the Trinity, and 3s also do correspond with communication. And then we have 6, and 6 is 3 plus 3. 6 is the energy of the lovers, that deep connection, that deep bond, that divine love, that harmony. So yeah, just beautiful energy. And we see she's holding this bright orange glowing globe next to her sacral chakra here. And we see a lot of orange in this card, which orange is the color that corresponds with the sacral chakra or the second chakra. So really beautiful energy here. And then the other card that came up with it is Door to Romance. So this is another doorway, another new beginning, a new opening in love, a new partnership. So I feel like when we put these cards together, it's the Divine Masculine really wanting to open up to this new beginning in his heart, to experience this deeper bond, this deeper connection in a way that is intimate and authentic and just really passionate with all of the red here. He wants a new beginning in his connection with his feminine. So this is just, it's just beautiful. And we have more 3s here. 3, 3, well, the 6 is 3 plus 3, and then we have 33. So the energy of 3s and 6s is very strong here. And 333 is that energy of unity, which is the Trinity, which is the third energy, where we are It is the energy of the masculine and the feminine uniting with the power of source or God or spirit or whatever you want to call that, bringing in that third energy. And then it's that third energy that gives birth, that opens this door here to this beautiful new beginning. So very powerful. And I'm looking at this heart, and the heart is not inside of the cage. It looks like there's a bird cage or something here, but if you look closely, that heart does not have any bars around it. It is free. It is wide open. It is not enclosed. It is not caged in anymore. It is free to openly love and give and receive. And there's a little key right here and then a keyhole right here. And so we are the key to our beloved's heart, and they are the key to our heart. And this card too, I get the Madonna song, Open Your Heart to Me. Sometimes when I see this card come up and I'm hearing it playing now. Open your heart to me. You hold the, how does it go? You hold the lock and I hold the key. You have the lock and I hold the key, or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. You 80s children. So yeah, just this is beautiful energy. The masculine feeling like he wants a new beginning that is a deepening of a bond, that is a deepening of intimacy, that is sexual, that is passionate, and that is also that vulnerability that comes with opening your heart and speaking your truth and stepping outside of your comfort zone and just really taking risks. And that leads me to the High Priestess, which is the clarifying card. And we have another major arcana here. So this High Priestess clarifying the second chakra and the door to romance is telling us that the divine masculine is connected with his intuition when he is feeling this desire to create this new beginning. And the sacral chakra is that birth center, that birthing organ, that birthing chakra, where we create something new. And he's connected with his intuition. He's connected with the higher realms. He's connected with the spiritual realms. He has been through this transformation and change that has elevated him into more of a 5D consciousness. So for so long, he's been very disconnected and disassociated from his intuition, where this has just been like turned off and shut down. And now this is all opening up, and this connection and this intuition is just flowing into his heart. And he's feeling the guidance of wanting to deepen this connection and wanting to create this new beginning, and really taking the risk, really feeling like he is ready to reveal the truth of how he feels. The High Priestess, she holds the keys to the subtle realms, to the spiritual realm. She is the keeper of the esoteric, of these higher realm esoteric knowledge and secrets, if you want to call it that. And so this is a card of revealing truths. And so I just feel that this is telling us that the divine masculine is really wanting to reveal the truth of how he feels to his divine feminine, and that he does want to create a new beginning within the connection. And even if it means taking a risk, he's trusting his intuition here. So it's really powerful. It's very exciting. So yeah, I'm kind of just blown away right now. Like, amazing transformation. All this Scorpio energy, it's been challenging, but it's really I feel, especially for the divine masculine, it's just brought about really powerful, deep change and awakening. So let's take a look now at what comes to mind when the divine masculine thinks of his feminine. So we have another angel card here, and it came up in reverse. So I'm going to hold it upright just so you can appreciate the image. So we have third chakra archangel Shamuel, and so this third chakra is our center of vitality and life force and action and self-esteem and courage and like that personal power, that self-empowerment that I was talking about earlier with Pluto. So what comes to mind when the divine masculine thinks of his divine feminine is he's wanting this strength and this courage and this confidence in the connection. And I feel like this links back to what he's feeling, where he's intuitively feeling like he's ready for a deepening of intimacy, for a true bond, for opening that door to romance, this new level of love and the connection, this new beginning. But then when he's thinking about actually manifesting it and making it happen, going back to the magician in his thinking space, there is still this hesitation that's coming up where it's around his self-confidence and just feeling that, you know, that internal strength in your gut to just like go for it. Like I'm just feeling this really strong, like guttural, like, yeah, like, ugh, you know, like I've just got to go for it, you know, I've just got to make it happen, like overcome the fears and just do it, you know, like that kind of energy. So yeah, and Archangel Shamuel, he is an archangel that supports us through divine trials. So I feel like what comes to mind when the masculine thinks of his feminine is being really confronted with like this divine test that is really challenging his personal power and his confidence. And like he just needs to get to this place where he feels strong and he feels rested and he feels, you know, it's like I'm getting the image of preparing for like a marathon or preparing for like some kind of a performance or preparing for some kind of huge event, like a sporting event or a performance event, like getting up on stage. Like, you know, you want to be well rested, you want to be well trained and strong and feel like, you know, things are aligned and everything's just so, and like you've got the green light to go for it. That kind of energy. And clarifying the 10. I was just looking at the 37. I guess I could do the numerology since that came up. 37, so another 3 here, and I feel here that the 3 is connecting with the third chakra. And with the 7, that is that divine trial, that spiritual test on this ascension journey that he's up against. And we add the 7 and the 3, and it's a 10, which is why I was saying 10. So this is cool because 10 is the completion of a cycle and moving into that new beginning. When we break down the 1 and the 0, we get a 1. So it's like that conversion point of coming to a completion of a cycle and moving into a new beginning. So I feel like he's just, you know, working on getting himself together, getting to where he feels confident within himself, where he feels rested and he feels strong. And I'm just noticing this big golden halo and like this white light. So again, it's like connecting with his higher self and his intuition and like really grounding that, embodying that, and taking action. And so clarifying the third chakra, Archangel Shamuel, we have the 8 of Air. And so the 8 of Air is about the mental illusions that can create, it's almost like, it's like that energy of restriction, like that push-pull energy of like the strong desire to manifest this new beginning and manifest this deeper connection, that magician energy that came up in his mental space of wanting to manifest and create this new beginning and wanting to open this door to romance. But there are still these thoughts that are illusions that are holding him back. It could be fears or just certain mental blocks, or just like ego, you know. And so some of that's all being worked out here and transforming and changing in his mental space. But there's still some that's there too. Some of these fears holding him back. And one that I'm really picking up here is a fear of rejection. And I've seen that coming up in some of my client coaching sessions, and also just sensing that in my own connection. And I think it's just one of the number one fears or blocks in this twin flame experience that we need to work on clearing as we are grounding this new template of divine love. So yeah, I'm just picking up on a fear of rejection here, and that's just such a huge one for, you know, feminine and masculine. This is a big step. This is a divine trial. And the number 8 is about powerful forward movement. And so I do feel that the divine masculine is going to bust through this like blocked third chakra energy and release these illusions and you know, break free from whatever is holding him back and making him feel restricted. And I just felt guided to ask Spirit for some surrender cards on how can the divine masculine break free from this blocked third chakra energy, from whatever these illusions and fears are that are holding him back from being able to move forward. And so I have a couple cards here from the surrender deck. And the first one that came up is surrender to inner peace. It says, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So if you just look at that image and how her arms are wide open, her chest and her heart chakra are wide open, and she's just in this free flow, free fall of complete trust. And what is bringing about this complete trust is this inner peace. And vice versa, what's bringing about the inner peace is the trust. So yeah, really having faith and really trusting, and calling on Archangel Chamuel to help clear this block could also be really helpful. And then the other surrender card that came up around this is surrendering to receiving support and love, with these two polar bears here. And it says, allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So I just get the sense that, and this is part of the masculine energy nature, is feeling like I have to figure it all out on my own. I have to fix it and solve all the problems before I can take action. When really this is a divine partnership, right? And we work together, we collaborate, we are a team. So I feel like this is like a blind spot for the masculine, where it is forgetting that you have a partner to work with, and this partner loves you and wants to collaborate with you and is your divine complement, and you are a team. So you don't have to get all the answers and find all the solutions and fix everything and solve all the problems before you can move forward and take action, because really it's just about just going for it and taking the action and trusting, trusting and being in that place of inner peace around what you are being guided to do. And then allowing the teamwork to come in and coming up with creative solutions together as a divine partnership, as a divine couple. And just you don't have to carry all of the burden and brunt of everything on your shoulders. You find the solutions and the answers through the collaborating and the teamwork and the partnership. I just feel like that's a big one, I feel, for the masculine. So don't put so much pressure on yourself. You guys are so hard on yourself sometimes. Your feminine wants to help you work through things together. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the feminine. What is she thinking regarding her connection with her masculine at this new moon in Scorpio and the 11/11 gateway? So the card that came up, this card fell to the floor, and we have hostilities. So I was a little surprised to see this coming up in the feminine's mental space, and so I felt guided to pull the bottom two cards, or the two cards on the bottom of the deck, to further clarify this. So I will go into that a little bit more here, but what I'm getting with the hostilities card, and I read intuitively, so I don't necessarily go verbatim from the label here, but intuitively what I'm picking up here is that the divine feminine in her mental space is taking on this warrior kind of stance, where she is being very headstrong, and we see this sword here that this warrior is holding, and the sword represents the truth. And like I was saying, Scorpio seeks the truth. Scorpio wants to get to the bottom of it and really get to the truth in the heart of the matter. So I just feel like the feminine is really thinking about this connection a lot and really wanting there to be communication. Swords also represent communication. Communication, truth, just the sword is a tool that cuts through. So it's just like she's wanting to just cut through all of the fluff and the stuff that is just not serving the highest good of the connection and not getting to the heart of the matter. She just is cutting through all this bush and trees and limbs and anything that's in the way, and just really wanting clarity. Swords are also about clarity, clarity of mind, clarity of truth in the connection. I'm also just picking up an energy of having strong boundaries. The divine feminine is putting up strong boundaries, not just in her connection with her masculine, but just in her life, with work, with family, with friends. However that is showing up, just putting up healthy boundaries in her life in order to really stay focused right now on her dreams and her goals. Just really standing in her truth and really having this energy of strength and perseverance and this warrior-like spirit. That's I'm just getting a lot of messages here. If you just look at that guy's face, he's just so determined. He's not gonna put up with any BS. He's got a goal in mind, and he's not gonna let anything get in his way of that. Which brings me to these other two cards that were on the bottom of the deck. that I felt were clarifying this hostilities card. We have the yin, yang, and the cornucopia. So with the yin, yang, I do see this card as a union card in this deck. So I feel like she's really got her mind set on union, and she's really balancing her feminine and masculine energies, and she is also cutting out anything that is going to prevent this new cycle from beginning. Like she's preparing for this new beginning, this new cycle. Like she senses it and feels it and knows that it's coming. And she's just really focused right now. And then the other card, cornucopia, this is about wishes and dreams being fulfilled. So like I was saying, it's like union is one of her primary goals and dreams and wishes that she is working towards, and she's not going to let anything stand in the way of that. And I feel with this hostilities card that the Divine Feminine is also fending off thoughts in her own mind that are ego, that are doubt, that are fear. So she's using that sword as part of this mental mastery to really cut away and clear out old thought patterns and negative thinking and, like I was saying, thoughts of rejection and not being good enough and not being worthy and having doubt about if this is ever going to come together and losing faith and, just all of that monkey mind stuff that can circle around and take us off course and throw us off kilter. And it's like she's not letting her own mind get the best of her anymore. She is cutting that out like with that sword, like that warrior, because she is just like, I am focused on union and I am focused on manifesting my dreams and my goals and my wishes. And I'm not going to let any self-defeating negative thoughts or illusions stand in the way of that. And really bringing in this awareness of how we create our reality through our thoughts and how we manifest through our thoughts and how we are here to clear and remove old templates, old patterns of thinking that don't fit within the new template of divine love and the new earth. And so we are doing this deep inner work, this shadow work, like I was talking about with a Scorpio, coming up against our own shadow and cutting out the things that don't work for us anymore, bringing it to the light and moving towards our dreams. And then the clarifying card from the Good Tarot, from the Tarot deck, was the Messenger of Earth. And I just thought this was so interesting because this Messenger of Earth, if you look at her closely, she has a very determined look on her face as well. And so this card is about determination, steadfastness, endurance, grit. This is the that earth energy that is stable, that is solid, that is strong, that can endure the long haul, that's in it for the long haul, that's in it for the long term. She's really grounded in who she is and what she wants, and she keeps moving forward. She doesn't give up. And so I was just noticing how interesting these two cards were together. We have this warrior here, the masculine figure, with this very determined look in his eyes. And then we have this feminine figure here. And she also is very determined, like nothing's going to stand in her way. And so we also have this yin-yang. And so this is like the balancing of the feminine and the masculine within the feminine. So I feel like there is a lot of balancing of the masculine and feminine energy for the divine feminine right now, where she is bringing in that masculine energy within her mind to manifest her dreams and manifest her wishes and manifest her goals. So really powerful mental energy showing up for the feminine here. That yin-yang, masculine, feminine, empowerment and determination. So beautiful. So what is the divine feminine feeling in her heart regarding her connection with her masculine? And we have healer of the ages. So this is beautiful healing energy. Just look at this healer's heart chakra. It's just opening and expanding and glowing and radiating all of this light. This is just such a light worker card. So she's just really bringing this energy of unconditional love and healing into the connection. And whether it is directly sending love to her masculine or doing her mission or just radiating her light or grounding all this divine light that's coming in, doing her spiritual practice, whatever that looks like, she is offering up her healing energy and her light to others, and she's also receiving it. So it's this beautiful energy of giving and receiving. And I also feel like the divine feminine is really connected with her 6th chakra here. If you look closely, I hope you guys can see that. There's light all around his crown chakra and his 6th chakra. And so I feel like she's just really connecting with her vision for her future and really bringing that vision into her heart, which is how manifestation works. It's more than just visualizing it. It's bringing it into your heart chakra and really embodying it and feeling it and aligning with the vibration of it. And so I just see her in this beautiful energy of being the healer and being healed, and being in this energy of manifestation through divine love and visualization and grounding this light. And I'm noticing there's the 2 flames, the twin flames in the background. And I'm also noticing how this healer has moved through this tunnel-like structure here, like a portal or a gateway. So I do feel like this is the divine feminine really moving through that 1111 gateway, arriving on the other side and opening up her heart in order to embrace her masculine in this new beginning coming together. And so she is ready to receive him, and her heart chakra is ready to open up to him and to collaborate with him and share this deeper intimacy with him. And I'm just now remembering, I meant to show you with these cards here how beautiful this was. Maybe some of you already noticed this, but the yin-yang card is a 22 and the cornucopia card is an 11. So we have beautiful 11-11 energy here with the 11 and the 22. So the 11 is the awakening and the manifestation, and the 22 is the 11 plus the 11, which is the divine partnership. The 11 magnified twice. So really beautiful energy there. I meant to mention that earlier. Okay, so clarifying the healer of the ages in the divine feminine's heart, we have the star card. So this is the destiny that the divine feminine is sensing in her heart. She's feeling it. She's connecting with the vision. She's sensing that it's coming, and she is in the fullness of who she is as a light worker, as a divine being, as a spiritual warrior, and she is aligning with her destiny, with the star, with her wishes, with her hopes, her dreams. It's just really beautiful to see this. And the star is our soul's path, is that guiding light in the sky that we follow towards our life purpose, towards our soul's destiny. And so I feel like she's just really tuning into that and really sensing that and really feeling that. So really beautiful energy here for the Divine Feminine. And what comes to mind when the Divine Feminine thinks about her masculine? And we have Angel of Balance. So she is really thinking about how she wants to bring more balance into the connection, where she wants there to be more harmony and more understanding. And just when I look at this angel and her face, it's just, she's so full of inner peace and serenity and just this calmness. Like she's just radiating this deep peace. And so I feel like the feminine just really wants to feel this deep peace in her connection with her masculine. And that she feels like coming into union and moving into this new beginning and collaborating and doing, this teamwork and finding creative solutions and creating the harmony. This is the victory. This is the success. This is the wish. This is the dream. This is the star card that she's feeling, that she's hoping for and wishing for and dreaming of. So yeah, that's really beautiful. And clarifying this is the Seven of Earth. So this is a card that is about it's about receiving the reward for all of the hard work, where you have planted the seeds, you have put in the time and the energy, you have nourished it, you've watered it, you've given it sun, and eventually it comes to the harvest. And so I feel like it's just, she's imagining and dreaming and wanting this serenity in the connection, and it's having this deep inner peace and having this serenity that is the reward for all of the hard work and all of the effort and all of the time and all of the energy that she and her masculine have put into this spiritual path and this path to coming together into union. And this is a seven of earth. So again, it's the spiritual path. It's the divine light shining down, guiding the way towards the success, towards the victory, towards the divine reward. So yeah, I think those are really beautiful messages for the Divine Feminine. Okay, so we will look at the energy of the union, and then we will move into some romance messages. So the energy of the union is the thinking man. So this is that energy of the high priest, and I feel like this is both the divine masculine and the divine feminine working with their higher mind, working with their higher guidance, with their higher self. And you can see he is holding this clear quartz in his hand here. So I feel like he is really focused and really getting clarity and really seeing from this higher perspective, this higher spiritual perspective. And really what I'm sensing is like looking into the future here. Wow, there's sirens going by. Maybe that's some kind of validation. Wow, that's crazy. There were 2 cop cars. So yeah, I feel like this is both twins getting clarity, seeking truth, being in that deep, transformative, introspective Scorpio energy, and looking into the future and what does that look like, and starting to visualize and plan and strategize for the next steps. And this is a 46, so 4 is that energy of grounding it, bringing it into the earth plane, and 6 is the energy of the lovers, and we add the 6 and the 4 and we get a 10, so bringing that to completion and moving into that new beginning. And I just spaced out for a second there. Sorry about that. When I was talking about the next steps, then that was reminding me of the clarifying card. We have 4 of fire, so this would be like the 4 of wands. So this is taking things to the next level, taking the next step, whatever that looks like in your connection. It could be actually coming into union, or it could be just having a conversation and clearing up something and coming to some kind of a new agreement and opening some kind of a new door. So this is about taking it to the next level, taking the next steps forward. And maybe it would have to do with moving in together, or maybe it would have to do with one twin relocating to be closer to the other twin. It could look so many different ways for so many different connections. But it is basically about taking that next step. It is also about home and roots. So putting down new roots, creating a new foundation, creating a new sense of what family looks like, and just new solid foundations. And the other clarifying card that came up with it was the 3 of earth. So this is that energy of the teamwork and the collaboration and working together to build something that is solid, that is going to last long term, that is going to be built on this really solid foundation, that is stable structure, that is going to be for the long haul. This is a card of partnerships, teamwork, collaboration, and building things that are grounded in the physical. So I just really feel like this thinking man is thinking about this next step and this partnership and building something that is real, that is tangible, that is going to stand the test of time, and putting down new roots, moving into this whole new beginning together. So it's really a beautiful energy for the union here, and really just this whole reading is just very positive, and it's just exciting to see that these energies are out here, these energies are available, these energies are here for us as a collective. So really beautiful 11/11 new moon energies here. Okay, so let's do a couple romance messages, and then we will finish up with spiritual advice and guidance. And so these are from the Divine Love Letters books. You can purchase them on Amazon. It is channeled letters from Twin Flames to Twin Flames. And so what I did was I added all of the numbers on the cards to come up with a number that would go with a letter to read. And I came up with number 108. So I'm going to read number 108, and I've got volume 1 and volume 2 here. So 108 in volume 1 says, "You are the one and only woman that has ever touched my heart and soul. No one else has come even close. I realized that my life was just a game until I met you. You have given meaning to my life. You are the air in my lungs, the blood in my veins, the life in me. I am so excited to have our life together. To do things, everyday things, to hold your hand, to kiss your forehead, to wake up with you in the morning, to call you up to see if you're having a good day, to take care of you. Okay, now I'm getting emotional. All right, let me pull myself together. Didn't see that coming. Okay, take two. All right. To do things, everyday things, to hold your hand, kiss your forehead, wake up with you in the morning, call you up to see if you are having a good day, to take care of you, to cherish you, to love you with every part of me. I want to be with you. I want to love you. Gosh, I feel like I'm reading wedding vows. I want to be with you all the time, every day, every night, until the end of time. I love you. Oh, wow, that is a beautiful message. I think that is something that we all hope for and wish for and dream of in our connection with our beloved. So that's just beautiful, and it's just reminding me of this energy that came up for the union of just building something that is real and tangible that we can like see and feel and touch in our everyday life, and to put roots down together and, you know, have that sense of home together, build a home and a family and whatever that vision is that you have with your twin, to really manifest it and ground it and make it real and experience just those ordinary everyday things that seem so mundane but so magical at the same time. Whew, okay, so letter 108 in volume 2. I love, adore, worship the ground that you walk on. I believe, truly believe in my heart of hearts that you know beyond all doubt that we are going to come back together. I know that this is imprinted in our souls, imprinted on our hearts. It's just our minds that try to rationalize it, but they can't. Our minds have no idea the state of ecstatic bliss our bodies and souls are going to feel and be celebrating in every single second of every day for the rest of our lives. This is our destiny. Destiny awaits. So as I was reading that, I was seeing this star card and this second chakra archangel Ariel card from the feminine side and the masculine side. And it's just how we both share this dream of this beautiful intimacy of connecting our bodies and our souls, and that this is our destiny. So yeah, really powerful romance messages this week. All right, so we will wrap up with guidance from Spirit for some advice in our journey. So for the Divine Masculine, the advice and guidance is beautiful card here, Passion of the Lion Heart. This is a crystal goddess card, number 888, and the card number is 39, Goddess Sekhmet, and fire agate is the crystal. So isn't that gorgeous? Look at the passion, and again we're seeing that passion of the red doors in the door to romance and the red heart, and also that sacral chakra energy coming through of the intimacy and the pleasure and that passion, that sexual passion and desire. Beautiful, beautiful card. So I will read from the book, and this will give us deeper insight into this guidance for the masculine. It says, "We bring you the empowerment of passion of the lion heart. Through passion, you will dedicate yourself with an intensity and discipline that may surprise you. Passion is love in action. It is energy that moves you from within and empowers you to act in the world in ways you would not otherwise dare or even consider. Passion gives you strength. It plugs you into the eternal energy of sacred fire and generates the ability to accomplish tasks you once may not have believed possible. With great passion, there can be great pain. The heart that loves wild and open is also the heart that can feel disappointment and doubt. The empowerment of the lion heart strengthens your heart to discover from any pain through the power of courage, commitment, and bold, loving devotion to what matters to you most." So this is such a powerful message, and it really ties in with that third chakra Archangel Chamuel card that came in reverse, and the card that was showing us these illusions that are holding back the masculine. And it's that confidence and that strength and that passion and that fire of desire. And I think the key thing here is really that it's the heart that loves wild and open is also the heart that is willing to feel disappointment and doubt. And so it's through the fear and the pain and the heartache that it actually cracks the heart open and allows it to love even more deeply if we allow ourselves to embrace it through this perception of passion. And this journey does that to us. It cracks our heart open. It breaks our heart down with disappointment and doubt and discouragement, only to be like that phoenix rising from the ashes, to be reborn into a whole new way of loving that is from this place of empowerment and true authenticity and vulnerability. And it is through that vulnerability that we can find strength, through being willing to have pain and hurt and heartache, that we can love even more passionately and more openly. So that's just such a powerful message, going back to that third chakra energy and that sacral chakra energy. Really beautiful. So remember, Divine Masculine, you have the strength of a lion in your heart. You have the courage, you have the strength, you have the passion. And sometimes it is just a matter of feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and taking that risk and putting it out there, and having that faith and that trust. So yeah, really powerful message. And for the Divine Feminine, we have Crossroads of Destiny. And this is really interesting. I'm noticing this has 3 tiers on it, like the pyramid or a triangle. And then we also had this Angel of Balance here, and she has the 3 pyramids in the background. So another card of destiny here, and then another card of destiny with a star. And now we have advice around the crossroads of destiny. And that third energy, the 3 points here, and the mastery of the mind, the mastery of the heart, and the mastery of the spirit. So beautiful. Okay, let's see, I just lost my page. Okay, yes, here we are. So, Crossroad of Destiny, and this is Goddess Hecate, and Mica is the crystal. It says, we bring you the empowerment of the Crossroad of Destiny. You are at a pivotal point on your life journey. This may be obvious to you, with a potentially life-changing decision before you. Or you may not realize the impact that an apparently insignificant choice is going to have on your future. Either way, you are at a point where you can leave the past behind and chart your course for a new adventurous chapter to begin in your life. This is not something that you need to be frightened of. It is a sign that you are progressing on your path. The crossroad of destiny happens when you have mastered a cycle in your life and a new cycle is before you. It is an opportunity that you can take best advantage of by listening to your heart. So again, I just feel like that's such a powerful message that really ties in with the cards that were coming through for the Divine Feminine, where we were talking about all of this energy with the warrior here, like on this crossroads and cutting away everything that's not serving the highest good, and being really focused and clear and determined, and really clearing out all of these old cycles in order to move into a new chapter, a new beginning, and manifesting this dream. And so whatever that looks like for you, wherever you might be in your journey, you might be sensing that some old chapters have closed out and this new beginning is coming towards you, and you're just sensing that and preparing for that. And it can be scary when we are moving into the unknown and starting new chapters and letting go of the past and releasing things that have been part of our comfort zone or part of what has been familiar to us for so long, and we might have to, change everything and move into this whole new life. So it can be daunting, but, Spirit is saying that this is progress and this is mastery of a cycle, and so it's time to move into the new cycle and embrace new beginnings and new adventures and new lessons and new growth, and that your heart is your guiding light in all of this, which that reminds me, I wanted to show you guys the bottom of the deck for this because I thought this was so beautiful too. Angel, Bathiel, and Rose Quartz, heart healing. So we have an angel card here, and this is that beautiful heart healing for the masculine and the feminine, that unconditional love. And this is unconditional love not only for our twin, but also unconditional love for ourselves. So really beautiful underlying energy there. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you and brought you some clarity and healing and guidance in your own journey. And like I said, if you would be interested in having some support, feel free to check out my website. It's twinsinunion.com, and I would love to connect with you. And I'm wishing you all a very powerful, very blessed 11/11 gateway. So take good care. Bye-bye.